Hey, I'm Dawn Ziegler, and welcome to Love After Divorce, the place for women who want to find fantastic and long lasting romantic relationships. This is the place for you if you're post divorce or post breakup and wondering how to find a partner you can't imagine living without. Because here's the problem: you're alone and you don't want to be. If you wanted to be alone, you wouldn't be listening to this. The problem is, right now you're alone and you know how wonderful it is to be with the right someone. You'd love a person to be silly with, somebody who gets all those inside jokes, somebody to talk to at the end of the day, somebody to go on life's adventures with, someone to buy cards and gifts for, someone to have hot sex with, somebody to hold your hand when the shit hits the fan. And because sometimes you know that two minds work better than one when it comes to navigating life. The problem is that right now you're not in the kind of relationship you want. Maybe you're dating somebody who isn't all that great, or maybe you're not dating anybody at all. The problem is that you're not sure about how to find the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. The problem is that you don't have the skills you need to get the man you want. So that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. In the first two episodes, I revealed what happened during my journey from divorce to happily ever after. And in podcast 3, I told you about what happened to one of my best friends when she was on the same journey. And in this podcast, we're going to start at the beginning. I'll tell you about how to get from where you are now to your happily ever after. I'm going to tell you the actual steps you need to take. But before I reveal step 1, I'm going to invite you to meet 2 different men. And I want you to listen carefully to the descriptions of each man so you can pick your favorite guy. So ladies, imagine for a moment that you're on a dating site looking for a man to date, and you come across these 2 profiles. Here's profile number 1. His screen name is Sit on My Crotch Rocket 69, and his main profile picture is a motorcycle. When you click into his bio, you see he's also posted a picture that is obviously from his high school graduation back in 1980. His bio says, "Hey ladies, nice to meet you. I'm not sure about all this online dating stuff, but here goes. I just want a nice woman. I don't think that's too much to ask. If you think shopping and spending a man's money is your favorite hobby, then please keep moving. My last girlfriend was a fake who left me with $8,000 worth of credit card debt, and I have no idea how to pay it off. I guess that's what you get for trusting a woman you only knew for 3 weeks. What can I say? Redheads are my downfall. That said, I love women who will accept me for who I am. I've gained a few pounds, so keep moving if you just want a man who looks like that guy who plays Wolverine. I like my beer and I like my wings. And the great weekend looks like poker with my buddies, the game on TV, and a woman in the kitchen who knows her way around making a plate of nachos. And as far as money goes, I'm fine paying for a nice dinner here and there, but I have a hard enough time paying my own bills. So keep moving if you want somebody rich like Hulk Hogan. I got to admit, it would be nice to have a sugar mama for once. I'd love to tell the man to take this job and shove it." And speaking of mamas, my mom lives right next door. And if you don't pass muster with her, all bets are off. Well, thanks for reading, ladies. Hope to meet you soon. Well, unless you're a gold digger. Happy trails. All right, that was profile number 1. And here's dating profile number 2. Remember, after listening to both profiles, you'll have to decide which guy you'd want to date. For profile number 2, his screen name is New Jogger 101. His main profile picture looks like it was something that was probably taken for his work for business. And there's a few other pictures on his site. One is with a group of friends, and one is him standing next to the Grand Canyon. He writes, "Hey ladies, thanks for taking the time to read my bio. I'm new to dating after being married for 15 years, and I'm looking forward to meeting some new people. So a bit about me. First, let me tell you about my new hobby. I just started fly fishing with a buddy of mine. I really like it, but I got to tell you, I'm so glad nobody was filming my first escapade into the water. Let's just say there was a lot of falling into the water, tangled lines in tree branches, cursing, and a friend who ended up in the hospital after I cast a hook right into his ear. I'm happy to report that my buddy is still talking to me, and he says the scar makes him look tough. And I've actually caught a few fish since then. And in the spirit of trying new things, a few months ago, one of my daughters convinced me to try some new dance called the Whole Shack Shimmy. What can I say? I love the B-52s, so I gave it a try. Let's just say I've never seen my kids laugh so hard. I think there's a video of it on TikTok, so who knows? I may become the next TikTok millionaire. And another new thing I've tried is jogging. I've put on some weight in the past few years, and I'm looking forward to taking better care of myself. I'd love to meet a woman who was also into jogging or hiking or working out. As far as my other parts of my life, I started a tech company a few years ago, and I love it most days. I love seeing the goals I help my clients reach. I love my job, but I also love taking time off to travel. Sometimes it's a weekend in a cabin, and other times is something much more elaborate. I have 3 kids who keep me busy, but not too busy. I do have a life outside of carpool, soccer games, and sleepovers. Anyway, that's a bit about me. Please send me a message if my life sounds like something you'd like to be a part of. I promise to write back, and best of luck to you on your dates. Okay, my ladies. These were the 2 profiles. So which guy did you choose? I'd take bachelor number 2, hands down. And I'm guessing you also chose bachelor number 2. So why did you not pick bachelor number 1? Well, it's because his profile was repellent. There was nothing in his bio that made me think, holy crap, I got to get with this guy soon before somebody else snatches him up. But profile number 2 was so attractive. If I would have come across this guy's profile back when I was online dating, I would have sent him a message immediately because I would have known that he'd be snatched up quickly. In fact, when I think about bachelor number 2, I think of what Carrie Fisher's character said in the movie When Harry Met Sally. Her character said, the right man for you might be out there right now. And if you don't grab him, somebody else will. And you'll have to spend the rest of your life knowing that somebody else is married to your husband. Right? You got to move because that guy is a catch. So you may be wondering what these men's dating profiles have to do with you. Well, it's because this little exercise in which one would you choose is all about you. Because you either have a dating profile up now or you will in the future. You are either on the market right now or you will be on the market in the future. To get the man of your dreams, you will need to be super attractive. You will be able to attract. You will be the woman that people are dying to set up with friends. And that leads me to step 1. Step 1 in finding love after divorce. Identify things about yourself that are repellent. And ladies, here are some signs that you may be saying or doing things that repel men. When it comes to repelling men, here are the 7 deadly sins. Number 1, you spend a lot of time feeling victimized by your ex and ruminating about how horrible he was. Number 2, you worry there's nothing you can do to make things better in your romantic life. You just assume it is what it is, all the good guys are taken, or nobody good is going to want me anyway. Number 3, you worry about money and wish you'd win the lottery or inherit a fortune from a long-lost relative. Or you can't imagine taking care of yourself and wish you had a man to take care of you financially. Number 4, there's something you'd like to do, like travel, get more education, participate in a new hobby, change careers, or create your own business, but you're convinced that you're too old, too lame, or too stupid to do it. Number 5, you hate your body or the way you look. You know you're not taking care of yourself the way you should. You've given up and figure there's not much you can do to change anything with your health or looks. Number 6, you dislike men. Your overall idea is that most of them are untrustworthy asshats who either lie, cheat, or abuse. And number 7, when it comes to romantic relationships, you have no desire to talk about certain things. You shudder at the idea of asking a partner personal questions, and you have no desire to talk about things that really bother you. Your motto in life is, I don't want to know. You think conflict should be avoided at all costs, and it's just easier to go along to get along. So if you're committing any of those 7 deadly sins, I guarantee you are not attracting the kind of men you want. You are repelling the keepers and attracting the toads. And like I said earlier, now is the time to become more attractive. Now is the time to stop repelling. As Carrie Fisher said, the man for you is out there, and if you don't attract him, somebody else will snatch him up, and you'll have to face the fact that somebody else is married to your husband. Right now, you're either alone or with the wrong man, and time is passing. Do you want more time with a great guy or less? Of course, you want more. And yes, finding lasting love is hard for most women. That's because they lack certain skills. There is a happily ever after with your name on it, and the only thing that stands between you and that fantastic relationship is a set of skills you just don't have yet. And the rest of the steps to getting the relationship you want will be featured in upcoming episodes, so stay tuned. And like I said, getting to the relationship of your dreams is hard for most women. So if you need help along the way, schedule a chat with me. During the chat, I'll give you an actual diagnosis of what's preventing you from finding your man. Just head to therebuildingcoach.com to schedule your chat. And quick note, although many of these examples in these stories are heteronormative, people of all gender identities and sexual orientations are more than welcome. And please, if you like this episode, please like it, review it, subscribe to it, share it, whatever. Help other people find the help they need to. This is Dawn Ziegler. And until next time, this is Love After Divorce.